Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, we are going to open up some boxes. This is something that we just do here on the channel, where we are constantly opening up boxes. And thankfully, these are books that I didn't have to buy. These are actually AOKs that have been sent over to me by several different subscribers. And I actually spoke about this recently, about the outpouring, if you will, of generosity that has been apparent to me with everything that is going on. There has been a plethora of generosity that I've actually had an opportunity to witness. And I'm just very appreciative of everything that I've seen out there in the comic book community. I have every hope and belief that we are going to get to the other side of this, and we're going to get back to some kind of new normal. But in the intro, man, I'm very pleased with just how people are responding to this. And so I don't know what's in these boxes, but I am going to open them up, and hopefully these boxes contain some letters where I'll be able to provide you with a little bit of texture and context as to who sent it, why they sent it, and whether it's something that may get passed back to you at some point in the future. With that, stay tuned for the video. All right, so this first box comes from Simon R, and we are going to open this up. I actually thought that this was an IG comic store box at first, and but it wasn't. It's not. It's from Simon R, a subscriber of the channel, and we're going to cut this box open and see what is inside. The folks over at IG Comic Store just do a fantastic job of packing up boxes and things like that. And Simon clearly has taken a note from them with this white box, because that definitely surprised me. So he has put this in some green bubble wrap. That is not a color that you see all that often. I've seen pink as of late, and then also now green. So shout out to my man Simon R for hooking me up, and we're gonna open this up and we are going to see what is inside. Thankfully I have my handy dandy box cutter here. I'm gonna cut this open carefully and see what is in the inside of this package. So it looks like a bundle of about maybe 4 books, maybe 4 books. Oh, rip the note. Oh, the tape ripped the note. Can you see? Look at that. Rip the words right off of the note. All right, let me see if I can piece that back together. It says, "Hey Reggie, just a couple of books I thought should be in your collection, my friend. Thank you for your time and patience, Simon R." There we go. We were able to piece it together. There were some critical words on that piece of neon paper. All right, so let's see. I think there is at least a Mylar in here. I can see that. Let me peel this off, and we're going to stick this note in my red folder off to the side where I keep all of these kinds of things. Fold the tape back. We'll stick that in the red folder over there. So let's see what it is. Peel this back and check it out on the inside. All right, we're making progress. We're making progress. Oh man, I think somebody mentioned these, and it was probably him. It was probably him that mentioned these. I had never heard of this series before, but I may have to read it now. I mean, that's one of the great things about some of these AOKs that flow in, is that it actually makes me aware of some books that I otherwise would not be aware of, or maybe not even purchase. And it actually prompts me to go read a lot of this stuff. So man, these are nice. That is a nice copy right there. So Spider-Man Noir. I think that's how you say it. N-O-I-R? Noir? Noir? I never say that right. Spider-Man #1. Spider-Man Black. How about that? Spider-Man Black #1 is a variant. It's a really... And is that Bagley? Does that say Bagley? I think that may say Bagley on there. This one doesn't... that may be Bagley. That's cool. That's #1. It's the variant right there. And here is issue number 1's the regular issue. I have no clue when this came out, but definitely a cool looking series. Oh man, that's a cool cover right there. Here is he sent a variant of number 1, another variant I should say. Let me see if I can get that separated. There's a little bit of extra tape there on this one. Get that off of there. Let me just peel it off this bottom part too before that causes a problem. So here is another number 1, and he actually put this one and a little bit of a top loader right here. It's another issue number 1. Really cool. I've never seen these books before, to be honest with you. I've never even heard anyone talk about them. But Spider-Man in all black with combat boots and 2 guns. I mean, what could go wrong with it? He looks like he's in London too. Looks like Big Ben back in the back. Here is another number 1. He's in a lot of number 1s. Oh, this is a Ron Lim. That's cool right there. Another variant right there. How cool is that? And here is another. This is just Spider-Man. It looks like Spider-Man number 1 variant. I'm not sure what series that is a part of, but that is a cool cover. That is cool. You can see Spidey in focus here. A lot of focus on him. But in the foreground here, there is a flying rat. I mean, a pigeon. There's a pigeon here that's actually blurry. It almost looks like there's another pigeon down there that's blurry as well. That is a cool cover. That's pretty cool. I dig that. I dig that. Even his foot, his boot, is blurred because it's in the foreground here and the focus is really back. That's really well done. That is really well done. I'm actually looking forward to checking out these, I guess, 2 series, right? Very cool. Simon R., thank you, brother. I definitely appreciate this. It gives me something else to read while we continue to shelter in place. So this next one, I am not going to say who this is. Let me see if I can. Let me look at the sticker here. Yeah, let's open this one up. A couple of people as of late have sent me messages alluding to the fact that they did not want me to disclose who they were, and so I want to continue to be respectful of that. So I'm not going to reveal who sent this unless there is a note inside the box. So try to open this up, and then we will and I think there was somebody that sent me something. I forgot to put the note in there, and I have an email that I was supposed to refer to, and it just becomes a little tough for me to remember. And this is a slab. Tough for me to remember all of the details sometimes of the various communications. So you definitely have my apologies if I make any mistakes on certain things. Some painter's tape on there. Oh man, there's no note. There's no note on this one here. But there is a business card. Let's see what this is. It says Zach Nation. It says Zach Nation, a pop culture odyssey. Zach Expert. Show this card. What is this? Lake Placid, New York. And Zach at ZachNation.com. That is the business card right there of the person that sent this to me. It's a cool, is that a cat? Maybe a cat-like creature? I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me. Zach, shout out to you, brother. That's definitely a creative business card right there with the rounded edges. That is really nice. Full color front and back. That's cool. Very nice. Shout out to you, Zach. And, wow. Wow. This is cool. This is Phantom Stranger #1 from 1987. 9.6. Yellow label. White pages. Signed by Mike Mignola. How cool is that? This is a DC book that is probably going to be going up on the wall. And I think I may know this. People make comments and then later on it actually connects. But that's a really cool book right there. That's pretty cool. So this is, again, Phantom Stranger #1 from 1987, signed by Mike Mignola, and 9.6 white pages. That's pretty cool. I've never read this series. I want to say I may have one other Phantom Stranger in my collection. I don't know if I've ever read it, and I don't think I've ever read any Phantom Stranger. But again, to the point that I was just making about about Spider-Man Black, great time to actually catch up on it. This is cool, man. This is a cool book. And it's signed. You cannot beat that. Who watches The Watchmen? That is the question. Plague, famine, riot, war. Those are some of the newspapers that are floating around in the background. But thank you, brother. Definitely appreciate that. Again, Zach right there sent this over to me. Little Phantom Stranger DC action. We may have to do an all DC wall now, because right now what's up there is a 9.8. So we may have to go all DC at some point. Keep it moving. So let's open up this last one. And again, nope. We'll see there's a note on the inside. There's fun stuffing in there. That's cool. Cool stuffing. It looks like 2 bundles right here. 2 bundles of things. We're going to separate them and then see what is inside. Open this one up. And definitely want to encourage you guys to stay tuned, because I'll be sharing some additional things with you in this video that that may be of interest to you. So let's open this up and see what is on the inside. It's a bag wrapped in a bag. Open this up. Reach my little hand inside and see what's inside. Oh, that's cool. I remember this one. All right, so this is a graphic novel from Black Panther. This is cool. The Galactic Empire of Wakanda Part 2. I have not honestly read a whole lot of Black Panther for no good reason. But just this week, I started to read the first appearance of the Black Panther, and I actually enjoyed it. And I will tell you, the first appearance of the Black Panther was actually on my want list for 2018. But because of all the excitement around the Black Panther movie, the price of that book ran up. I walked away from it. I haven't necessarily revisited it. And at the time, what was happening was I was not reading books that were actually on my list, because I wanted to get the book and read the physical copy and not read it digitally. So that's part of the reason why I never actually read the first appearance, even though it was on my target list. And I finally read it. I enjoyed it. And now I am somewhat committed to trying to get that first appearance now. But I've heard so many good things about this series. I actually read, I want to say maybe issue number 1 of this series, because I heard so much about it. It was actually pretty good, and for whatever reason I haven't gotten back to reading additional issues of the series. But now with the graphic novel, this is I think part 2. I'm guessing part 1 is in the other. This may be a great opportunity for me to actually catch up on some reading, right? Because the Black Panther is actually a pretty cool character. It's just a character that for whatever reason I just haven't really gotten into. But I could say that honestly about so many other amazing characters out there. This week I started reading some Miles Morales, and so definitely been enjoying that character. I had never read, Ultimate Fallout number 4 or some of these other appearances of Miles, so I've been reading those, and again, been enjoying those. And so just this thing of the constant evolution of one's interest. So, I'm still hardcore to my Peter Parker, but, just trying to be open to other things. So, as I mentioned, I think that the other bundle here is the part 1 of the graphic novel. So we're going to open this up and confirm. And again, shout out, man. Shout out to all of the subscribers that have hooked me up with such awesome AOKs. Definitely appreciative. These are packed really well. Packed really well. This is Ultimate Comics. Where's this? Ultimate Comics, proud sponsor of NC Comic-Con. Ultimate Comics, wherever you are in North Carolina, shout out to you for the dope bags. All right, so I guess that was, is that part 2? It says part 2. Okay, so what's in this one? This one is Batman Allies. This is Alfred. I want to say that I've seen this cover before. Is this an Alex Ross cover? I feel like this is an Alex Ross cover. I want to take this one out. I assumed that this was going to be the part 1, but no, I was incorrect on that. But let's pull this one out, and you can see here that it is Batman Allies. This is nice. This has not even been cracked yet. This is nice. Graphic novels make it so easy to just sit down and just read through things. This is cool. I'm trying to see if this is a Alex Ross cover. Yep, front cover is Alex Ross. Back cover is Brian Boland. But yep, I figured that definitely looks like an Alex Ross cover right there. So shout out to you, my friend, for hooking me up with some pretty cool books that I have not yet read, but definitely will enjoy digging into. So again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. But I'm not just going to thank you with words. I'm actually going to give you an opportunity to add a really cool book to your collection. And so this book that I'll show you in just a moment is not necessarily a pedigree book, but it is a book that comes from somewhat of a special collection. And so this is a book from the Brian Squared collection. And this is an original owner estate find of thousands of silver and bronze age comics acquired by two Brads. And they owned a store called Seek Books, a local sci-fi, fantasy, and comic book shop in Massachusetts. And so they basically had this massive collection, and these are some of the books that were actually left behind. I was able to pick this up, and I will send this over along with the book. It is a little summation of things from Comic Link. That's not where I got it, but that's I guess who sold the book originally was Comic Link. So the book in question here that you will have an opportunity to add to your collection is Hero for Hire #2. This is a really cool book, and it is a really high grade, a 9.6 of Heroes for Hire #2. This is the origin of Luke Cage retold, and it's also a Diamondback appearance. John Romita cover. This is again a 9.6 with off-white pages. And that is definitely a really cool book. Super tempted to keep this one in the collection. But yeah, we've given away Luke Cage Hero for Hire #1. And now we're giving away #2. This is definitely a really high grade for this book. But the book could be yours. So all you have to do is to basically watch this video, which you are right now, be a subscriber of the channel, be a resident of the United States, a resident of Canada, or have a mail-in address in the US. Those are basically the only requirements for this giveaway. And in just a moment, I'm going to give you a phrase. And once you have that phrase, you head over to the community tab. You find the post where I'm talking about this book. You click on the link to go to MailChimp. You go there, you plug in 3 pieces of information. 2 of them are relevant to you, and 1 of them is a phrase that I'll give you. You plug that in, and now you're in the running. You then tune in to the Ready, Set, Go preview show, which airs on Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. right here on Regie Collects to find out if you are the winner. You have 1 week to claim your prize. If you are the winner, 1 week to claim your prize. So from Sunday to Sunday, you have that opportunity. And then if not, it goes down to the next person. So the phrase for this one is Harlem. Harlem is the phrase to win this book from our friends over at Go Collect. Huge shout out to those guys that have been supporting these giveaways for well over a year by this point. Very, very generous sponsors, and I'm very appreciative of them. And I'm very appreciative of you for taking the time to watch this video. Good luck to you. And if you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.